Okay, so we're going to do the live chat. Sorry about that. I am on time here. This is live, and it's okay if you're not here right now because I didn't schedule it enough in advance. However, I need to go live, and I need to go live here on my page. So this is what I chose to do. And we're going live because we're going to have the solar eclipse in Aries tomorrow. And I wanted to post something here for my beautiful people, all of you, and also to bring you up to speed in what is to be possibly expected. There's a lot of energy that we're dealing with right now. For those of you who don't know me, I am Vanessa, the Phoenix Rising, okay? I'm going to give you some cards that we're going to read for you. I also shuffled some cards from my Astro deck over here, if you guys are familiar, okay? You are familiar. See here, oh, look at flipping out, and what do we have there? That is Emperor. And the Emperor card is the card of Aries, and our solar eclipse is in the sign of Aries. And what is it telling us? Yes, we have brand new ideas and innovation, but we are seeking what? Harmony and peace. And that is what we're going to have if we have the right perspective on what it is that we should be expecting. This is a time where the energies are going to be very high. Some people are going to be led to be, say, a little bit more aggressive. You know that Aries, maybe you don't. Aries is ruled by Mars, which is the god of war. And this means that this is a lot of high energy. It's also high energy, and also it is about being headstrong, being first, and thinking in the first person, thinking of oneself, right? And this we in the solar eclipse, and the sun is about the ego, the representation of oneself, what one feels about things, and so this is what we are dealing with right now. Okay, I am going to the cards here because these cards are pre-shuffled, and just so happens that when the cards were shuffled as well, the first card, which flipped out already, was Aries. And the sign of Aries is about action. It's about making things happen. It's representative of the ram, represented by the ram, which is headstrong, butts with the head, okay? Also in Aries, we are dealing with Chiron, which is the wounded healer. So we're dealing with the things that may have been affecting us in our minds. Some people may feel some confusion. They write some notes that I can share with you. Okay, so we have this card first. So we pulled this just shuffling, these just fell out. So this is very fiery energy with the wands. It's masculine energy. It's about using one's force as well. Okay, it's about using one's force. Going to see if my people in the face, if they come. So we are live over here. Not everyone is registered over here. You do know it is a Sunday as well. And so we are Aries, and we're dealing with squared energy. So there is tension. Tension where? Palacetina. And this is where it says think. Tension in the way people process what their thoughts are, what their values are, is going to be, and there's some discomfort. It's going to be debilitating for some people, and some people already feel this energy. Some people have been feeling this energy. We've been dealing with a lot of extremes in the recent years, and when I say extremes, things that people fundamentally disagree on. We're not talking about freedoms and rights, even though some of those are coming up into question, whether you are religious or whether you are non-religious, whether you are an atheist, agnostic, Jew, Christian, Muslim. A lot of different people with different values are being subjugated or subjected to the values of others. Also, if you are ultra-liberal, if you are part of the LGBTQ community, you'll have your values and your and your beliefs, which may be in direct conflict with what other people may consider to be traditional beliefs. And now we have come to a point of almost an impasse. And so the conflicts are becoming stronger. But there are those who are in control who want us to be in conflict. They want us to be disturbed. They want us to be afraid. There's also going to be this is debilitating. It's going to affect, it's going to affect your finances. It's going to affect other areas of the life that you're not so prepared for. Okay? Let me tell you, I wrote my notes. Let me take it down here. These are my lovely notes. Okay? And so I am on the East Coast, and we're looking at the solar eclipse in Aries, most likely to affect us around the afternoon, 1417 hours. Okay, I pulled up the chart so I could see where the planets were for tomorrow, because this is the 7th of April. And for tomorrow, we are looking at Uranus and Jupiter in conjunction in the sign of Taurus. This is very interesting. So Uranus is looking at financial changes, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion, luck, growth. But with that, there may be opportunity for certain people to gain a lot. Also, with Mercury in Aries also tomorrow, this is new innovation, new ways of, say, paying, new ways of buying, new ways of communicating. It's going to be very special kind of energy, okay? It's going to be a very special kind of energy, and it's going to require that we look at things differently in order to have peace, in order to have harmony in our lives. That's what we're going to need to do. Okay, let me see something here. What we're going to need to do. Okay. I see this here. Alrighty. So we have this, and we have in Aries, we're going to have more than a stellium. Stellium is 3 planets or more. But you see, we have Mercury, Eris, Chiron, Sol, which is the sun, Luna, Moon, and we have Venus. All of that in Aries. And so we have Eris, which is the sister of Mars, all right? And this is our fight for existence, our desire, our strong will to be counted in. It's going to be very important for us, okay? And so, and with Mercury, this is our communication, headstrong, feeling emboldened, not wanting to take a back seat. So this is where people may be butting heads. I'm just so thankful that this is not happening on a Tuesday. And it's a very, very interesting that it's happening on a Monday. Okay, Monday is ruled by the sign of by the planet of the moon. The moon is not happy, particularly in Aries. Okay, because there is people may be reacting and acting quickly. The moon is more of one that is for comfort. It deals with the emotion, and Aries is headstrong, coming from the head. Moon rules over Cancer. Cancer associated with the motherhood, associated with caring for others. And Aries is the self, and the sun is the self. And so here we're going to have the moon pushing us, like something covering us and ourselves in this sign of Aries. There's going to be a need, a very important that you have a lot of self-control, right? And that the communication is open and clear, but not hasty. It needs to be respectful. And you need to try to avoid unnecessary conflict if possible. Now, this may be a time of great adventure and some risk-taking. Be very mindful that some people will try to use this energy, like the people who have evil inclinations will find it as an opportunity to take advantage, right? There are people who are looking for opportunities, people who thrive off of conflict and thrive off of making problems, that they're going to actually love this opportunity. All right. And so with the moon, there's a sense of spontaneity, and you may have a deep gut feelings, but your feelings don't make things factual. It's going to be very important that we leave room for others to be themselves. Whether you are more liberal and somebody else is more conservative, allow them to be that. If you're more conservative and somebody else is more liberal, allow them to be that. We need to come to a place where we decide to operate from a place of love, a place of caring, and yes, also a place of protection. Okay? And then we have the planet Venus is also going to be in Aries. And this is not, Venus is going to be exalted because of this energy. We have Chiron here, which is about healing. But then we have Venus in Aries. And Venus is about the things that we love, things that we are attracted to. So this is Aries with all of this energy and this eclipse is going to be like a magnet for trouble, really, right? And so this is a great energy that's going to require honesty and respect, okay? Are really going to be required right now with Venus. So you need to operate from a place of the feeling of Venus. Now Pisces, Pisces right here has stellium going on. We have Neptune, Saturn, and Mars in Pisces. Now Mars in Pisces is buyer's remorse. It's like Pisces has a desire and a yearning for, and Pisces requires having a yearning for something. And it's like the dog that chases the car and then catches it. Now what do? The climax is over. There's going to be a need to be more compassionate. This is going to be a time of confusion. Some people may be prone to addictions, indulgence. They may also be prone to fantasizing greater, okay, with this eclipse energy, with Mars in Pisces. With Saturn in Pisces, it's almost a feeling of being orphaned or a feeling of being restricted, okay, because Pisces is free-loving and yearning for more. But under the solar eclipse in Aries, this is going to feel intensified, okay? And Neptune is about your belief systems, and the belief systems are dissolving. A lot of people, what they believe to be true, are finding that there have been a lot of lies and manipulation. Whether you're a person that's been in the church or not in the church, whether you're a person that believed all of the stories that were told to you and now you're learning new things, or whether you're a person who believed in nothing and now you're starting to see where things are connected. So there's going to be a breakdown in different belief systems. They're going to be dissolving. There are going to be some deaths that don't even seem natural. A lot of young people are passing away. And this may be an emotionally painful time because Neptune is in Pisces. But this is also with Mars in Pisces. Understand Pisces is water, so there may be water issues. So we already seen some water issues with from the 26th. There was the barge that had an issue on the water, hit the bridge over there in Baltimore in the United States. This is going to be a time of emotionally led warfare, which it usually is, but this is going to be spiritual and psychological warfare, more so than just physical. Now, we are trying to avoid all physical warfare possible. We have seen that the world has been coming together with that Piscean energy, but also because Pluto is in Aquarius. Now, Pluto in Aquarius is a shift in not only in innovation and technology, it's about community and humanitarian efforts. And we have seen the world come together to say that certain things are not right, they're not just, they're not righteous. They don't want things done in the name of we don't want people lying to us. We don't want to see innocent people dying unnecessarily. It doesn't matter where you're from, what religion, what sex, what color. So people are coming together with a certain understanding. People have deep religious beliefs or didn't before, maybe grabbing onto their faith, relying on their faith, actually coming back into their faith. So understand that when I say belief systems dissolving, it could be one may go from not being religious to being very religious, and others may go from being somewhat religious to not religious at all. It doesn't mean that all all churches or all governing factors or all religious institutions will be dissolved. But the old way of doing things is going to be exposed. Talmud says solar eclipses have been known as a bad omen. Now understand that this is a bad omen for the entire world, so it's looked upon as a time for prayer and introspection. Although we know that it is a natural occurrence, it is a time of darkness, and it doesn't happen very often. So since it doesn't happen very often, this is a time for us to reassess. It's like resetting the clock. It's like we reset the clock already, right? Springtime. Before someone changed, before the Gregorian calendar, when we were under the Julian calendar, the new year was March 25th. Some of you don't know. And so it was changed under the Gregorian calendar to January 1st, which is the dead season. So really, we are at the beginning of a new year, cyclically, whichever way is correct, now. And so we are literally at the beginning of a new year, if you understand it that way, with an eclipse happening. So we are due for a complete reset in how we approach things and what we're supposed to do and how we respect things. So our perspective needs to change and shift. Those who are in power are looking for us to fight amongst ourselves, and we have to fight that knee-jerk reaction, that need to act and react, that natural Aries instinct. We have to fight it. With Pluto in Aquarius, that's why we are looking at things from a big picture point of view. We are looking at making the world a bigger and better place. Things are set up intentionally to have us confused. But Pallas Athena showing up, very important. The square shows up. Anything squared in the astrology means that there's tension, there's going to be distress, and debilitating. Look at this. Discomfort. This is intentional. Those who are in power are setting us and distracting us with this. We have Libra Makimaki, which is Makimaki, if I'm remembering correctly, I didn't even write it. This is about our fertility. What are we growing? What are we creating? And what we want to create is something that is balanced, something that is good, okay? We have here, next to this debilitating or discomfort, we have Virgo. Virgo here is about our analyzing, how we decipher things. Where do we put things? How do we organize things in our life and the things that are important to us? This is a time where we are looking at what we have created. How does this thing, the product of what we created, how is it going to affect us? They have here the word digest as in to consume something. But this is, what is it that we're consuming? Are we consumers? Are we producers? This is very important at this time. And we have also Gemini. Gemini cross-pollinate, finding ourselves maybe creating harmony by taking from one area, putting into another to create growth and expansion in a positive way. Okay, I'm going to move this from here. Move this from here. Oh, hello. Let's see here. Going to move these. I'm going to put this one here. I'm going to place that up there because we do have this energy here. And we're going to continue with doing our reading for the solar eclipse. So you have to think, what is it that you would pray for? Personally, I would think that one would want to meditate and pray for understanding, for clarity, for peace, for harmony, to be able to create harmony, for intelligence, right? We want to pray for the ability to have true peace of mind, right? To have true intellect. People are being manipulated by their emotions a lot. Okay. Yes, Okay, this card 4. This is the Magician, showing that we have everything that we desire within us. And then this card fell. This is some of us being anxious. But you need not be anxious for anything. You need not be anxious for anything. The energies around us may have some of us feeling overwhelmed, but this is a time where you need to communicate to yourself what it is that you really, truly would like to happen. And this is a good time, like I said, to practice the meditation and the prayer, to speak to the divine, to look at yourself and see where you can make changes in your life, in your environment, be the change in the world that you would like to see. You understand? Be the change in the world that you would like to see. I'm going to cut the deck. Thank you. Look at this. This is really, there's going to be revelation and there's understanding. This is self-imposed restrictions. The only thing that's going to stop the world from changing is your mentality, the things that you desire, what it is that you want to change, and if you want things to change, right? This is going to be up to you. This is going to be up to you. You are more powerful than you think. You are important. You are important. You are important to the divine. You are important in this time. This is a time that we are going to be creating in real life what it is that we want. We're not just manifesting. We're not just praying. This is a time of introspection. This is a time to look and see who's in control also, because the Emperor also, Aries, represents what? Government, right? Represents government, represents people of power, also represents patriarchy, represents fatherhood. It represents in the positive that there's going to be an unmasking. Do you see this? The mask is falling from the face. You see this is like pieces of the mask that's coming down off of the face. So we are going to be able to see the truth in this particular time. There's going to be healing with this peace, this inner peace. There's going to be healing, but there's also going to be a need to release ourselves, allow ourselves to see what it is that we need to see. Because at this point, anyone that cannot see the truth are people who are hiding. So you don't need to be afraid anymore. Some of you now are realizing what's most important in life. You're going to have, if you are open to it, you will receive dreams, you will receive messages, okay? You know, it says, and a child shall lead them. It may be possible. Some of you also, not only that, some of you will be starting new relationships that are significant. This may be somebody also in your life, a new love. When I say a new love, this may be an intimate love, an intimate partner, but it can also be a new best friends, a new family. You know, something that is really happening, because yes, some of us are making intentional moves, and it's very important at this time to be very careful with travel, with the Mars and Pisces. So with traveling, especially on water, so be mindful. Pay attention to what's happening, okay? Pay very close attention to what's happening, and be consistent. Be consistent in your ideas, in your thoughts, in your communication, in your actions. And when I say be consistent, it doesn't mean you can't change your mind. You can change your mind, but be consistent in your demeanor, in respecting yourself and respecting the other people around you. Be consistent in that, and you will be able to open up a whole other world for yourself. You understand? So this is what I want to share with you for right now. Guess I'll go live also in my group in the Facebook and give them a recap. But I appreciate any and all of you. If you come across this page, tell me what you thought of the information that I gave you. I hope that it was helpful. I tried to give you as much as possible, as quickly as possible. I'm sorry, not accustomed to going live over here, but you see, I took the notes because I wanted to give you all the information and make sure you are as prepared as possible for the solar eclipse that will be coming tomorrow. Remember, there's going to be a lot of energy. Even if you feel a little bit heightened sensitivity yourself, or a little bit angry, please take a deep breath. Control what you say. Control what you put out into the world also, because the energy that we put out into the world, we're going to be receiving that. Okay? So be very careful. Please love yourselves. And remember that I care for you. I plan to be here more often if possible. And please subscribe, please like, please leave me a comment. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you showing up here, okay? Have an absolutely fabulous day. Please share the video. Thank you.